Hi, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Today I'm back out here at the sports complex here in Marysville, Ohio. And the reason is because they have church on Saturday nights, and the parking lot is full. And I waited a little bit longer because we had one massive storm come rolling through, and we still have some wind, so the Aeroscout's up to the test. And I'll be honest, I already had it in the air just to make sure, but we're good. And the wind's not that strong. We're probably 10 to 15, maybe a little higher. I don't know. We'll see what the gusts do while I'm flying. But for the most part, the weather has moved out. It's way over there, and we should be okay. Let's get this thing in the air and see how it goes. I want to thank everybody that's tuned in. I did see that we have a few people already, and I do appreciate it. If you guys don't already know, or if you're catching one of my videos for the first time, I am flying 365 days, and this is day 20. It's 365 straight days outside. And if you've been watching for a while, you know I've done this once before. And that time I flew a bunch of the flight test planes because the weather was so bad and I knew I was going to damage them. And the plan this time is to not fly any flight test planes. This time, if it's really bad, we'll have the Aeroscout out, because I think this airplane is even more equipped and capable, especially like right now I have it in safe. It's making it feel really easy to fly in this little bit of wind, but we're going to turn safe off. There we go. And as you can see, it got a little squirrely because of the wind already, but won't be a problem. You can see the AS3X is helping quite a bit. This airplane is a lot of fun. And it's one that I suggest for most beginners. And you know, if somebody that didn't have one and already learned how to fly was asking me, I would still tell them, hey, you know, that Aeroscout is a great idea to have in your stable or your fleet, whatever you want to call it, because this one is good for getting out when the weather might not be perfect, and you still want to get some practice in. This is a good one, you know, when there's a little bit of wind. It's got safe, and it's pretty strong. I mean, this 3-gear thing too, the first time I flew it, you know, it wasn't mine, it was Horizon Hobbies, and I was at one of their events and they let me fly it, and they were doing the event basically out of a cornfield, and this thing would still take off and land with no problem in that rough field. And as you can see, in the grass, no problems. Now, if I'm on pavement, it takes off really fast, but in the grass, you do got to get it going a little bit. Give it a little bit of room to get the speed built up, because it does, the grass does create a resistance. See, I feel, I don't have safe on, I still feel very comfortable getting low to the ground. The AS3X is pretty awesome. They've tuned this one in special. This is the bind and fly. There is a plug and play version, I believe, and I really suggest. Actually, I said bind and fly, but this was the RTF. Comes with a radio, the battery, the charger, everything you need is right there in the box. And at least when I got it, it was a couple $100. And to get everything you need to get into this hobby for the very first time for $200, I think that's a pretty doable thing for most people. And I think they'll probably raise the price. You know, everything is going up because of the availability of electronics has dropped off, and so That and shipping costs have gone up. So everything is going up. It's not just our planes that we love. But still, even if they raise it up to $250, everything you need in the box is a pretty good deal. It's really, I don't know anybody that's making something quite this good for that price. And especially with, a Spectrum transmitter, most people are going to be able to help you out with that. There's a lot of people, even people that don't use it normally, know how to do programming on them, because it is that common. And this airplane, as you can see as I fly it around, it is doing really good. It's really nice to work on your skills. You can do your rolls, and the things that I'm doing with it apply to most of my airplanes. Now, granted, this isn't going to help a whole lot with your abilities with a jet, we'll say. I land this a lot different than I would a jet. I kind of let it get slow and then flare. And, whoops, the wind caught that right at the last second. But it isn't going to hurt it. I'm not too worried about it. I had one time I hit really hard just on that front nose wheel, and it damaged the servo. But I threw a new servo in there, and it's just like new still. So I think I have my timer set for like 5 minutes, but this airplane can go a lot longer than 5 minutes, especially if you fly it like a trainer. So say we throw it in safe, and I get it to, we'll say 40% throttle right here. And I'm taking it around. And I'm just banking. That's all I'm doing is I'm banking. Not doing anything with the elevator really. Pushing hard on the left. Oh, to get over that tree, I do a little bit of climbing. And as you can see, it is going up on me. So I'm going to lower the throttle now. It's right over my head. Sorry, guys. Lowering the throttle a little more. There we go. I'm probably at 25 to 30%, and it is doing good. It is dropping in the downwind, so I'm going to pick up the speed just a little bit. I'm mixing in some rudder to get that turn to come around a little faster. Now I'm pushing down because it was wanting to climb, because I did speed it up a little bit. But at this speed, as you can see, pretty low, and you could do, obviously I'm doing it low so you guys can see it better, but you can do that up what they call 2 mistakes high. In case you guys don't know, 2 mistakes high is probably, we'll say that high, something like that. And up there you cock your head way back and you just keep it going around. And if your spotter says, hey, you're getting kind of low, you just let it climb back up a little bit. But it's not good for video, so let's bring it back down. We'll just push the nose down as hard as I can. There we go. And I like to keep it in here close because I don't have the ability to zoom while I'm flying. But this thing probably, I think I've heard people say 15 minutes or something on a 2200 milliamp hour battery. And like I said, I got the timer set for 5 because I don't want to hold you guys in a live video for a 15-minute flight. The video turns into 20-30 minutes. Who's got time for that? Especially with a trainer. And that was with safe on. Let's turn safe back off and do another. There we go. And then definitely, you know, with safe off and staying in high rates, I can turn it around really fast. There you go. That's a without safe landing. Look just the same. This airplane, guys, I love it so much. I'm telling you, if you don't have an Aeroscout, you really should have one. Even if you know what you're doing, this is the perfect airplane to have with you when somebody is asking you about them. You get them on the buddy box with this thing, and they're going to love it. And I tell you, as somebody that's been in the hobby forever, we need more people in the hobby. The more people we have, the better the products are. So that's how I feel about it. We just need to keep growing the club, the big club, all across the U.S. and all over the world. And guys, I just want to give a big thanks to God for letting me have a gap in this weather. It was really crazy. I mean, lightning was striking all over the place. And it's moved off. And it was pretty nice for me to get out and fly one more time. Tomorrow will be the end of 3 weeks straight. And I'm pretty excited about getting 3 weeks complete. Guys, if you haven't done it yet, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Give me that big thumbs up and leave some great comments. Until next time, I'm Grandpa Gary, and I just got here. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, JCB.